Hey,
Good evening.
I jumped in at the last second.
Good evening, guys.
And Tom, you're not the last one to show up either.
No. It's weird to see that intro, like to see the different variations of the hair length, and then the eye patch, and then the no eye patch, and it's like you went through all these transformations.
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get away from all of that and bring in some of the more modern stuff.
Yeah. We like to show off our long hair, you know.
Yeah, it's getting there. So welcome everybody to another edition of the 13th Dimension. It is the New Year's special, the last show of the year, at least for this show. And we have Mark, Joe from the Salem Asylum podcast, which came on earlier today. We got Adrian. Everybody knows Adrian. And then we got Tom from BB3. No, excuse me. Tom from This Is Tom's World.
Well, both are correct. BB3 TV and This Is Tom's World. YouTube.com/This Is Tom's World. Go subscribe.
Let's see. I did not have a chance to share this out, so I'm just going to do a minimal thing just to get people in here. Tonight, folks, we're going to be talking about the new year. We got Jill coming in now. Hi, Jill.
Hi.
You look like you're ready for a New Year's Day party.
Hey,
Yeah, I thought I would get dressed a little bit.
Thanks a lot.
I actually had a New Year's hat somewhere, but I cannot find it when I need it, of course.
You know, I don't have that. It's a weird thing.
I'm just cooking.
I didn't have to cook tonight. My brother brought burritos, and so I'm really full. So if I fall asleep,
Ooh, what kind?
You mean no ramen noodles tonight?
right? That was my go-to.
Burritos.
Happy New Year!
I'm ending this year with an issue actually. So I wouldn't normally be on here because normally I'd be spending time with the girlfriend tonight. However, I had to call her and tell her not to come over.
Aww.
Apparently, last night
How'd that go?
I contracted pink eye in both eyes. So,
Oh, my.
wow.
yeah.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh, wow.
You wear contacts?
Nope.
No.
No, but I do work around a lot of like trash and stuff like that at the park. So it's possible I could have got it from there. I don't know. I didn't fart on my pillow, so I know I didn't get it from that. You know.
Well, according to Jeff Dunham, you can get pink eye from poop.
Exactly. Any fecal matter of any kind, you can. And well, a lot of people do walk their dogs at the park, and we do have doggy bags, and they put them in the trash cans, and I change the trash cans. So it's possible. Something could have happened. I could have got something on my finger and just like kind of wiped my eye, and
Yep.
it transferred from one eye to the other. And now I'm doing these drops. I went to the urgent care today, and they gave me these drops, and I got to do them every 4 hours.
That's a
Fun.
bitch.
Yeah.
Those burn like hell.
A little bit. Yeah, they make my eye freak out a little when I drop them in. But thankfully, within 48 hours, they say I shouldn't be contagious.
All right, we're gonna get out of this stupid light.
I should at least be able to spend New Year's Eve with my girlfriend. So,
Well, I wish you luck on that one.
yeah.
Yeah,
She's-
definitely.
Always
She's-
making my eyes itchy.
Ultra sensitive to the eye stuff. Like, so
I have
I
to
didn't want her
say,
around.
honestly, I've been fortunate to never catch pink eye.
I've never had it either.
This is my second time.
But I do know what trying to put drops in my own eyes. I couldn't do that
Yeah, I
because
can't.
I had to have my wife do that for my surgery. So I still have drops that go in this one.
I had to do it for my dad, but never had to do it for myself before, really. And it's a pain. The first drop I totally missed. It went on my cheek.
My eyes are too sensitive. Yeah, it's bad enough she tries to touch her
That
dude.
sucks when you have sensitive eyes.
Mhm.
I've had to do eye drops twice. I had LASIK surgery a dozen years ago, and then this year still, when I had my other eye surgery, I had to do those eye drops. They are a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Well, if you're doing them right, they're a pain in the eye, not a pain in the ass.
Well, I had to wear a patch like Jeremy for a while.
What's that?
I had to wear a patch like you for a while.
That's not fun, is it, Joe?
Actually, when I left the hospital, if I still got it here, this is the one that I left the hospital.
I never had that one.
And
That's more of a protector.
And you see all the hair on my face. They had this fucker taped to my eye.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I went to Walgreens and I got the black cloth, real protective type,
Yeah.
and used that because this thing was a pain in the ass.
They don't care if that thing hurts or not. They just take
Man. I don't like the tape. They're not. They put tape to draw my blood not too long ago for whatever test it was, and they go miss the veins. I got all bruised, but she got all that medical tape on there, and it's like Jesus Christ. I like it when you just wrap it, with that stuff that doesn't stick.
Dominic Nichols, you're right.
That Tom just put in. Tom now see New Year's through rose-colored eyes.
That's right.
He ain't kidding.
No, they are pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You caught it
We
pretty.
just spend the night drinking.
That's what I'm doing. And I have to work tomorrow, so that's fun.
Yeah, that's
I don't have to be around people though. I just open up the park and then I go back into our little maintenance area, and I got plenty to do there. So
Yeah, I got
Well,
some
we
extra
have
stuff.
our in from Japan.
that's
So-
right. Adrian's son just showed up today unexpectedly.
wow.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So-
wasn't going to show up for another day or two, wasn't he?
He's about to get surprised. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Nobody farted on my pillow, man.
Say hi.
Hi.
Oh, there we go.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
This is our New Year's special.
Oh, Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
One of you's kind of cute.
Oh, yeah, Jill. He says you're kind of cute.
Aw.
Who, her?
Oh, Jeremy, you're kind of cute.
Uh,
I've been telling everybody stop giving him a fucking big head.
Hey, look, I'm kind of cute too. Damn it.
Tom,
So
I don't think you would want another man saying that to you, would you?
This
I'll
was-
take it where I can get it, man.
this was our Christmas present. This is one of his shows he did. He's a wrestler in Japan.
Oh, cool.
And then this one here is the one he got to take his mask off.
Wow.
Okay.
And then we got a book of all the wrestlers. And one of them calls themselves what is it? Shit, I don't know these wrestlers. What is it? Oh, there, he's got the book. He's got the book of the wrestlers. But what is it? He calls himself the what of Japan?
Me?
What was it? Ric Flair? Yeah. Jeremy has a show with another guy who talks about wrestling on here. So yeah.
Funny. We should bring up wrestling. We're actually going to be incorporating a wrestler show on BB3. It's going to be
Oh, yeah?
hosted by a wrestler, LA Smooth.
Okay.
Yeah. I forget what his real name is. Lloyd something or
I've heard
What
of
is it?
him.
LL.
he's part of the
Smooth?
part of the Rocks family, like literally part of the family. Like
So he's one of the Samoans.
Boy, I know
Or
I.
Simone's.
and he's going to have other wrestlers on from.
That's a
different
very,
federations.
very large family.
You
Yes,
know,
it
sure is.
Yeah, I mean, it
These
goes like
guys,
Nia Jax,
Bruins wrestling
Rock.
at the time. He's like, well,
Let's see here.
Roman, the Usos.
We got big things coming to BB3, man.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Mark's on Wrestling is going to be on tomorrow. Don and I are going to be doing a end of the year show ourselves for that one.
That's cool.
fun.
Speaking of which, Adrian, you might want to throw a little bug into your son's ear. We would like to have him on that show sometime.
That would be cool.
Who?
Your son, Adrian.
The
Oh,
wrestler.
he might be able to come on tomorrow night.
Okay. Yeah, because eventually we do want to get to where we can start having some guests on the show. The last show that we did, we had Joe on. And initially, that was supposed to be an introduction to him taking over for me when I was going to have my surgery. And that was literally the day before I got the call saying that the surgery had to be postponed. I'm like, well, shit.
I might be able to hook you up with a guest there with that new content creator we're gonna have. So
Yeah, eventually.
he's a good interview, man. He's a good guy.
What the hell is that?
Food.
I'm cooking.
What are you making?
We're doing homemade gravy.
So you're just eating gravy, or
Hey, you can make a meal off of it. But
Sure can.
Depends on what you put in it.
No.
sausage
We're
gravy.
doing
Yeah, if it's sausage gravy and then you get some nice homemade biscuits,
Biscuits.
that's a meal.
There you go.
no country fried
I don't-
steak.
I don't-
Gravy.
The biscuits. Give me a big bowl of gravy and I'll chop that right up.
No, we're doing country fried steak and gravy, but
Oh, that's
I
good
know.
too.
See, I think that was one of the
Yum.
meals I had when I was over there.
yeah,
I don't know. You cook so much stuff.
I do.
I remember one of them. You made these big ass enchiladas.
Yeah.
wait, what are ass enchiladas and how do they taste?
Well, good. Let's put it that
You don't
way.
want to know.
Yeah, nothing anybody wants. You know, not the ass ones.
Think of it this way: these are enchiladas in the middle of Colorado. So take it for what it's worth.
So they're
But
ass
let's
enchiladas.
remember, I'm from New Mexico.
Yeah.
Should have made that left turn at Albuquerque.
No, hell no. I don't go anywhere near Albuquerque.
Yeah, it's clear on the other side of the state from that.
Oh, I cannot do Albuquerque. Oh my gosh, that place is turned to.
She
A
was
hellhole.
literally 5 feet away from the Mexican border.
Oh,
She was that close.
Yeah, I was.
but Albuquerque is where Breaking Bad and Better Call
We
Saul
went there
took
quite
place.
often, actually.
You know, 30 minutes south of Albuquerque, you can get 40 acres of land for $1,600.
I could do that.
I don't doubt it. Nobody wants to be there.
Yeah, I remember staying in Albuquerque for a week a long time ago, and the way that they have their roads, it was a mess. Everything was one way, it seemed like.
Well, there's nothing but crime there now. I mean, it's bad.
Oh, yeah, there is a lot of crime there.
I
And
believe
then,
it.
you know, right outside there, everybody's jumping the border. And even Jan has illegals coming into her yard, and they're like holding people hostage in their own homes.
That's crazy.
Damn.
It's yeah,
No wonder Bugs Bunny wants to make a left turn there.
right? Needless to say, if they did that to her, they'd have a bullet somewhere they wouldn't want.
Well, I don't think I'd want a bullet anywhere, really.
No, but you wouldn't go into somebody's house either.
No. My own, yeah, sure.
Yeah, with kids. That's you know, mothers tend to protect their kids.
That's what the frying pan is for. Just beat them over the head. You know?
That's right.
That's what my back scratch is for.
Oh, which reminds me, guess what, Jeremy?
What's that?
We have here in just about a week, Avelina and Nate are coming to stay with me
Oh, that'll be fun.
for about 8 weeks.
Wow, that's a long visit.
It is. Those are my bonus kids. Those are my babies. Mama's having emergency surgery, so between me and the ESP gang, we're going to trade off and take the kids.
Wow.
That's what happens when you have wonderful friends.
This is true.
Yep. So speaking of wonderful
Yeah,
friends,
we're just gonna take them at home.
let's talk about you guys, and maybe we'll get to the rubber chicken.
What?
The story.
There's no rubber chicken involved here. I can guarantee it.
Yeah,
Ghost would have ate it.
Thing.
Yeah, Ghost would have eaten it.
Does anybody have any goals for next year?
Yes.
Besides
Any what?
the guy.
My goal for the next year is actually to do with my channel. I want to get at least another 2,000 subscribers.
Okay.
I'm up to I just passed 1,800 this past weekend, and I want to be up to close to 4,000 by the end of the year.
When did you
That-
start the channel?
That'd be
That
cool.
can happen.
I'm gonna try, and I got some cool things coming up. I'm gonna be doing a place that's all a wooded area right now, but it used to be an amusement park that closed down in the 60s, and there might still be some remnants in the woods. So
What state is that in?
Pennsylvania,
Okay.
not far from Philly.
Okay.
It'd be awesome if there was still some stuff sitting out there.
I know there's some of the picnic benches there, and the pool that they had might still be there, and maybe some parts of the rail or the roller coaster. So maybe we'll see. If I
I
get
know
that,
there's a
that'll be a
few
goal.
like that, and every one of them have had evidence of activity in them.
Oh yeah. There's one out in Central PA that the roller coaster and the Ferris wheel and everything are still there, and nature just grew through it and stuff like that. I would love to get to that place, and there's not been many videos made of it,
Right.
so that would be a good thing for me. At some point, I'll get there.
Well,
Heck
you
yeah.
gotta think about it. You know, all the injuries and possible deaths on some of those rides at those large amusement parks.
Yeah,
You know, it wasn't good BR if it got out either.
especially if it was in like the earlier 1900s. They didn't have much in the way of safety protocols and stuff.
Right. But still, you wonder how much was probably covered up on some of those things
Mhm.
over the years, because that would be bad PR.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
Does anybody remember the Cerro Gordo?
The what?
What? The Cerro Gordo. It was on the Travel Channel just not long ago.
Mm-mm.
It's up in California. It was an old mining town. It was awesome. There's actually an old, what do you call them back then? I know what we call them now, and it's not appropriate. But she was over the hookers, a madam, I guess. I don't know.
The
Brothel.
It was a
It was a
brothel,
brothel
yes.
house.
Head.
It was
Uh-huh.
a brothel house, and you said it right. Is she's the madam?
Well, she's still seen there. All her clothes are still there. All the buildings are still there. Of course, they're falling apart, yes. But one man owns that now. And we have access to it anytime we want. The Travel Channel went there, and the story was not quite correct.
Is it a whole
on the
town
Travel
or just a building?
It is a whole town. Used to be a whole town.
Does he have a
Um,
YouTube channel by any chance?
He might.
Because there's a guy that has a YouTube channel that bought a whole ghost town, and he's been like slightly restoring it by himself.
Okay, that's probably it. Yes.
That's a lot of work.
He started with like different things, but he wanted to work on the hotel that was there as well, and
Yes.
like he wants to
that's
bring the entire town back.
it. Yep. That's him. We have access to it anytime we want.
That is awesome. You should definitely take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
California is so far away.
Let's see if I can find what that channel was.
And
Well,
I'll be damned if I'm going to drive up there in that snow, because to get up there, it's winding roads and there's just like straight drop offs. I'll be damned.
Oh yeah, it's like in the middle of nowhere.
With the exception of Jill, Adrian, you're the closest one out of all of us.
Ghost
That's scary.
Ghost Town Living, it's called.
Yeah, he
Yes,
lives
it
up there by himself, and there's a whole bunch of cats.
His name
And
is
one of our
Cerro
best friends-
Gordo.
Yep.
Okay,
I'm gonna write that down.
I subscribe to his channel.
What's going on, guys?
Nick,
Uncle Nick.
He is an amazing person.
What
He
do you call
is.
Town living.
Ghost
Spooky?
Town Living.
Oh, ghost
Yeah.
town.
He does live up there, and what's really cool,
before
they haven't they have dug up some of the stuff with metal detectors and stuff,
Yeah.
but most of that has not been dug up. They have found tags from the miners that are missing, because they used to hang them up. Like when they would walk out, they'd hang them up so you know which miners are out.
The tags, not the
And-
miners.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. They found some tags. They found some old jewelry, different things with the metal detector. The show, which I like this show, I really do, but it was pretty faked, because we all know the real story behind that. And so when they did the show, it was not quite right.
Mm.
Whatever. It's a show.
I mean, it seemed from what he explained on his channel, it seemed to be a bustling town at one point. I mean, not super crowded, but like, you know, it was constant activity there, like
Right.
with people living there and visiting, and the miners in and out. And he went into some of the mines in there too.
Yeah, and that's what the show. There is a tour guide that will come and take you to the mines. He's going to take us.
Wow.
Hmm?
There's one video in here that says he found a secret silver stash.
Yes. And see, that's the thing on the Travel Channel. They talked about how he found different things which were not true. They talked about gold mining. There's no gold in that town. They were not gold mining at all.
Huh.
But it's TV. You know, what can we say? It's TV.
Tom McNicholas says that Nick is very glittery.
Very.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Did we expect any different out of him?
It's so glittery.
That was
Are you a
actually-
vampire in the daylight?
Back.
Is that what it is?
Down. Do you know the
Huh?
Do you know the name of
Name
it?
of the town? Cerro Gordo is the name of the town.
Yeah. It was established in 1865 and went on to be the most prosperous silver mine in California's history. At its peak, it had over
Silver,
4,500 miners called Cerro Gordo home. Nearly $500 million worth of minerals were pulled from the hills. Law enforcement wouldn't go to Cerro Gordo, and miners were expected to solve their own problems. I can keep going on. He has a whole history on here on the about. So this isn't just off the top of my head. I'm not that smart.
You know, this is actually not too far from Vegas, and I'm going to Vegas next year.
Maybe stop by, pay him a visit.
Well, if you want, we can hook you up.
Definitely.
You can make a video out of it.
Mileage. It's a 4-hour drive from Vegas.
I think, well,
Yeah, it's a 16-hour drive from here.
Yeah.
it'd be a far worse drive from Philadelphia, let me tell you.
We're
Yeah,
supposed to go, I think, in March.
I would love to see that town, though. It looks awesome.
Hey, you
Me
know what?
too.
That would make a good episode of This Is Tom's World.
You see, this is Tom's World. Goes from coast to coast.
The only problem is that I'd have to drive through the mountains to get there. And
Uh-huh.
there's one spot where it's like I'm going in 360
Then when you come down the other side, it's like the hills have eyes kind of thing. And
Uh-huh. The whole place up there is.
That's actually how it is in northern Nevada. When I go, I'm on my way out to Reno, and I stop at West Wendover, right on the border. When I get out of
Mhm.
Utah, and I go down south on alternate 93 instead of staying on 80. That is hills have eyes.
Well, I'll tell you what, the whorehouse up there, is called Lola's whorehouse. And so the girl's got Mama's shirt because that's her name. And we can't wait to give that to her this next week.
her name was Lola.
Lola.
Yeah.
Her name was Lola.
Lola.
She had a whorehouse.
That's it. If you ever see our upstairs, that's, yep. Mm-hmm.
I think people were more interested in her downstairs. I'm just saying.
Well, not here, though. And not at this age.
I typed it up on Google, and a movie called Lola popped up that was made in 1981.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
don't-
See,
Yeah.
Sarah Gordo had
Like,
Lola's whorehouse.
Yeah, the Sarah Gordo mine. That's 4 hours from Vegas. That's awful tempting.
When you go that far, 4 hours.
Do it.
Yeah, right?
A 4-hour drive to me is nothing.
Yeah.
It takes
I
almost
could
as
do
long
that.
to get to my house, Jeremy.
All right, so if you want to go, let me know dates and times and I'll set it up.
I will definitely consider that. That's. I would definitely consider that.
Yeah, you can make a
When are you
video
going
out
to
of it,
Vegas?
put it up on Things Network.
What's that?
So you can make a video out of it, put it up on Things Network. Get a lot of hits on it.
Hell yeah.
Why not?
That'd be great.
We're going in March.
So who else has got plans for next year? Jill?
Well, Joe and I have plans to be doing a little trip. We're gonna leave out of Wisconsin here, go down to Illinois.
Meeting up
part
with
of
me.
Indiana, and then back up to Michigan. I think it is.
Awesome. That's.
Yeah.
I hope you're
Back
doing
up
that in
to
the warm weather.
Michigan because I'm on a mission from God when it comes to Michigan.
No, whatever.
We're on a mission from God.
Yeah, I've been watching this show every now and then called Growing Belushi. Okay.
Oh,
And Jim Belushi's got a farm and he grows pot. And
uh-huh.
between him and Dan Aykroyd, they came out with Blues Brother strain. Okay. And one of the states, it's supposedly at the dispensaries in Michigan.
I want 2 whole fried chickens and a Diet Coke.
It's legal here. Yeah.
Right.
Over here too.
Yeah, I know that.
They're
It's
working
legal
on
in
it here.
Illinois.
From what I heard, it was legalized not too long ago. I don't think.
It's legal here if you don't get caught with it.
It's legal in Illinois, but the taxes on it in Illinois are expensive compared to Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
they're not too expensive here.
Jim Belushi's like home office is actually out of Chicago, Illinois.
That's right.
Oh wow.
Right.
But his farm, if I remember right, when watching that, his farm's in Washington.
Yeah, yeah.
He's got a couple different locations.
But his major
commercial
farm that
is
he lives
funny.
on is in Washington.
I've got
Bill Andrews said too. It's legal also in Canada, and you can grow 5 personal plants.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can hear. Well, in Oklahoma, even my son grows for someone else that has a PTSD, and he can legally grow it for that person and not get in trouble. Of course, he gets his cut out of it, but you know.
The Stanley brothers, who developed a strain for this child in Florida, it was called Charlotte's Web.
Charlotte's
It was
Web.
named after the girl. She was I can't remember how old. She was under 10 years old.
Seizures.
She was suffering like
300
plus
seizures
seizures a
a
day.
day.
Mm-hmm.
So she could not lead like a normal life. You know, they got Charlotte's Web, the Stanley brothers, who are out of Colorado, sat there and developed a strain that's pure CBD oil, and called it Charlotte's Web. And now she's up to me. It's like down to like 1 a week.
That's not bad
That's
at all.
awesome.
You know,
I know there was a little girl. I think
she's
she was
learning to.
7.
She learned to dress herself and
Yeah.
was able to start feeding herself. Going to school was a big thing now because she could actually go to school. So
Yeah.
I mean, she got her childhood back. Well,
Right.
part of her
Yeah.
life back.
There's a huge. I
Thought
mean,
about looking
yeah,
into
it's
CBD.
more than just a bunch of us from the 70s that just enjoy it just because. I can't do it. I can't. That's not my thing. I can't. But if I could, I damn sure would. But there was a little girl, 11 years old, and she was having seizures. And they asked her parents, would you want to try this? Because she was about to die. And they're like, I don't have a choice at this point.
Yeah.
And they did. And she is doing absolutely amazing
For
now.
kids, all they do is it's just they use the oil, CBD oil, and they put
Yeah.
like a drop
They
in their
extract the
food.
CBD.
They put like a drop of that in their food in the morning, and that's it. And
Yeah, this was actually THC though.
but it
She
works
did
both ways.
amazing with it.
It depends on the needs, but they did it for the Charlotte's Web strain, became pure. It was pure like the oil and stuff, and it made those guys out of Colorado pretty famous.
Right. The dispensaries here they're unreal because they have medical and they have recreational.
Yeah, because it's legal for both there.
Right. So, if you, which doesn't take anything to get medical, I mean, come on. But yeah, it's the recreational. Of course, I do gummies at night to go to sleep. And I will tell you what, they need to perfect that real quick and in a hurry because there's some gummies that I took. I don't know what the hell happened. It's like taking, what is that? The acid? I'm telling you, I was like, why is everything moving? I don't feel good. What is going on?
Just laying there in bed like.
Yeah, no, I ended up laying. We have a claw tub, one of those old claw tubs.
Oh.
And I ended up laying in that thing. It was cold. I was like, oh, Hell no. So
Those things
that
were like
ended-
made out of iron.
Yeah. Yep. That ended pretty quickly. Pretty quickly.
Isn't that what they
Yeah,
found Jim
I don't
Morrison
do
in?
edibles. I tried it once. Somebody gave me a piece of fudge. It was probably about about the size of a candy bar. Like a Nestle Crunch candy bar.
That's
It was thick as
big.
fudge. It was thick as fudge, right? They said just
Uh,
take a bite off of it, put it in the freezer or the fridge, and forget about it. You only need a small bite. That's
right.
what I was told,
Right.
right?
Then you eat it and you
Well,
get the munchies and you want to have more of it.
Exactly.
You know what, Joe? I've been in the same boat.
You can't just take one bite.
Joe, you know what? I've been
I
in
try
that
not
same
to do
boat
the
because
edibles.
I probably told some of you guys this before, but I've had an edible once, and that did not go so well for me. The one I had though was
I
different.
wish I was there.
Oh God, it was horrific for me. It was so like, but in this case, the one that I ate, it was like it had like kind of like it was like a little pastry almost. In the center of it was an Oreo cookie. And here's the thing, I thought originally, because they said that there were pieces of marijuana, I thought this was back in 2017. I thought originally that it was supposed to taste like marijuana.
Yeah.
I had no idea how absolutely wrong I was that night, because it actually contained pieces of it, and man, that was a nightmare for me.
I mean, if
I'll
it's
never
done,
take
Okay.
that
if
again.
it's
So,
done the
Nick-
right way, you
Nick,
fry the weed in butter,
Yeah,
and it's not the weed that you're
Oh.
actually using. It's what comes off of the weed, the
the
liquid.
oil.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Adrian?
Nick, for future reference, anything with a stamp, don't eat. Because now the edibles are just stamps on gummies. Don't do that.
I'm not going to take any edibles after that, because it's not even just because of that. And I know a lot of you guys know this already, but when it comes to marijuana or something like that, it works differently for me because of my autism. Basically, it doesn't
Yeah.
operate. You've always been told a lot. I've always been told many times that it's something that kind of gets you very relaxed and stuff like that. Generally, for people like myself, it doesn't always work that way, and it's not that it's dangerous. It just has a very different effect on me. So
Yeah.
put it this way, and I probably said this
Well,
before.
Nick, it could also depend on the type that you were taking too.
Well, there's that.
Yeah.
It also works differently on everybody.
You're
Well,
right.
put it
Right.
this way,
Like indica is
But-
supposed to be in the couch, like calm.
The
Yeah.
edibles versus like just smoking it the way it naturally is two different beasts completely.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Like just smoking it the way it is a very calming experience
Mhm.
because
Depending on the
it's not
strain.
intensified. It's not like, you know what I mean? Like it's like with an edible, it's infused. It's like intensified. But
Yeah.
like when you just smoke it naturally, it's just
Yeah,
calm,
because
it's, like funny.
well, when you're
Yeah, I
making
mean, for what I went through was
the
I had
edibles, it's a concentrated oil.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, with me, I mean, it was different because I was having hallucinations. I was seeing all these colors and stuff. It literally felt like I was going on an acid trip, and it was not.
I was just gonna say that sounds like an acid trip to
It
me.
was.
I've
It really
never
That sounds
wasn't
hallucinated.
like
It
they
was
real
laced it.
anymore.
That's
Hey,
like-
Don, you made it.
Oh, Don.
How's it going?
Oh,
I
I was
don't-
looking around where the person came in because I saw the camera shift. I went, wait,
Hi, Don.
Hey, how's it going?
what's up?
We're cooking.
Well,
Oh.
Tom, if you really want to go on a trip, I could do this, I could do that, I could do
Oh, man, it's crazy, man. We're all over the place, man. We don't know where we're going.
I was just doing some cooking myself. I just made a couple of turkey legs.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Were they infused?
good.
So, how was everybody's Christmas, everybody's holiday?
Good. Good.
How was yours?
It was good. One of my gifts that I just bought off Amazon just arrived.
Oh, check that out.
It lights up.
That's awesome.
PlayStation Icon.
Only PlayStation.
So that's one of several things I just got. But yeah, and also I'm officially best uncle ever because my niece and nephews love the Pokemon stuff I got them. That's their thing now.
See, now you have to incorporate the thing you just showed us. You got to incorporate it in the background for when you're doing your games,
Yeah.
so that it's
That'd be
within the
awesome.
circle that you're in there.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, that would be really cool to have.
And you got to get one that has arrows and it blinks up, up, down, down, left, right, left, right.
Right? It's like start A B. What is that? That one
Up,
was
up, down, down,
Contra.
left, right, B A B A.
That was the old Nintendo one for Contra.
Yeah, that was
yeah.
all the what was it, Konami? That was all the Konami games. They had that code in there.
Oh, let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll
Yeah.
consider it.
I had a stack of Super Nintendo magazines. I don't know how big it was.
Oh,
Okay. I miss those magazines.
Nintendo Power.
Yeah, those two.
Yeah, I had them. I was subscribed.
Yeah. All the codes, cheat codes that you could find were in the back of those magazines.
And you
I
could
still
call
have an Atari.
you could call the gameplay counselors on a special line, and they charge your phone to it. And I got in a lot of trouble for that.
Why am
Yeah,
I not surprised?
I can see it now. $2.99 for the first minute, 99 cents for each additional minute.
Yeah.
Hey, it was cheaper than calling the porn hotlines that they showed at 3:00 in the morning. You know.
I bet it was.
I would. Oh, so
So,
yeah.
Ron,
What's
do you have any goals for next year?
hey, goals for next year?
Goals for next year.
Well, hit the gym hard, and yeah. Let's see. And finally get rid of the habit of drinking Pepsi and Coke. So
Yeah, you shouldn't drink them together. You should drink them separately. Because I mean, you know, Pepsi just tastes like flat Coke. You know, it's
You got a point there.
yeah.
oh yeah.
But it is.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said, but it is better. Pepsi's better.
I don't know.
Hi, Lauren.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
Nothing
Hey,
beats my
Lauren.
cherry Coke, man. I'm sorry.
Cherry
To
Coke.
make cherry Pepsi.
No, wild
Angel-
cherry Pepsi is not the same as cherry Coke.
It really is not. I don't like wild cherry Pepsi. I do like cherry Coke, and I like regular Pepsi.
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
RC
hey,
Cola. How about that?
there's
Yes.
an old one. Oh my
Now,
god!
you do know you
Really
do know that you can use Coca-Cola to recharge your battery so you can start your car. Right?
Yeah,
You
and
can
also
use the
it's all the
tray-
stuff off the battery connection things too.
Yes. Clean the terminals. Yes.
And you can
Yes,
clean
the
your toilet
terminal.
with it too.
And to think you're drinking that shit.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Love it.
and I'm sorry to tell you, but that's the acid that's in that soda.
There's
You know-
acid in every soda, though.
But
I drink.
That's soda.
But that soda has that much acid in it.
I like acid.
You can't do that. You can't do that with Mountain Dew or Pepsi
I
don't
might
know.
drink
or
a
even Dr
soda
Pepper.
once every 3 months. So I'm not worried about that. But champagne's pretty good.
I think Mountain Dew
What about-
could burn some shit
Mountain
off a
Dew?
toilet.
That's the real sugar.
I don't know.
Mom.
I'm with
Ask
Joe.
Joe. All he's got to do is prick his
Mountain Dew,
finger,
oh my
and he'll
God.
give you some Mountain Dew.
That's my soda.
See,
right
I'm
there.
more of a
I've been drinking this since the early 70s.
This is my drink right here, water.
see, my
If
preferred
he
drink
ever
is zero.
has to go in the hospital, they got to infuse him with that. That's what his blood is. That's how much that shit he has drank.
With this?
That's
Mountain Dew.
because the other thing that I used to love to drink all the time, I can't no more because I'm lactose intolerant and all that other shit that's lactose free or whatever tastes like crap.
Yes, it does.
See, I need to keep up on my content of this. Otherwise, my alcohol blood content goes down. And
There you go.
you know,
I
And
know
they
it's
worry
like
when
that.
when that happens.
I got to just respond to what Lauren just said. You're very welcome, Lauren. I'm glad my card came in. I haven't got the corn painting framed yet, but I do have it in a safe spot. But I have showed it to everyone. Well, you know what? I should maybe to my family. Let me get that for you guys to see. I'll be right
I
back.
can't see the chat. Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll just-
afraid if I touch it, I'm gonna.
Oh, you're on a phone.
Corn painting. Oh boy,
Corn painting.
this is going to be good.
Wait,
What?
Awesome.
I wonder if he has like different kids in the background, and it's like children.
Children
of
of
the
the corn?
corn,
Yeah.
right?
Oh my!
Also, to go along with what we were talking about, the Cokes with the batteries, I have heard that they have done the same thing with orange juice as well.
See, there's a lot of acidity in orange juice. Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, but is
Anything,
it a
man.
concentrate orange juice or is it actual just orange juice?
That's right.
That's
No,
already
it's
been-
it's concentrate because somebody stared at it like,
Yeah.
So we stick with
Got it.
Moscato. Good.
Is that and so? That's why the blonde was found the next morning in the frozen food section, standing there,
Yep.
right?
Probably.
yep, because it said
Because
orange.
she was
juice
looking at the
concentrate.
container of orange juice and it said to concentrate.
That's right.
Adrian, did you hear that?
What? What?
I'd be
Which
careful.
part?
She's waking up. I can hear her. She's
And then
starting
they
to wake up.
really confused her. They told her they stuck her in a round room and told her to go sit in the corner.
I'm sure you get yours tomorrow if she hears that.
Jill, what's your goal next year?
Hi. I haven't made my goals yet. I'm gonna do it probably right before midnight.
She's gonna do it.
I don't know. I never have an idea. Usually it's like, okay, I need to start doing more healthy things for myself, or come to things early, or just be nice. Like it's just goals
Yeah.
that I have set every year because I have a tendency to just no filter and I feel like I could be a lot nicer or something like that. But
You
I usually
know what,
fail
though?
at the first
I was going to say, I don't think I have
That's
ever
okay.
seen you not be nice.
Yeah, but you know what? There comes the point where you have to balance that no filter and being nice. And I have not learned that balance yet because I'm on the other side of it. Because you tell me something, I'm going to tell you what I think. And
Yeah.
that's just the way it is. And now I'm not going to volunteer it. But if you ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Yes, you
So this year, I'm working on toning that down a little bit. But as far as resolutions, I don't even bother. Because if I did, this wouldn't be here. So screw it.
Well, but
I'm going to
see,
live. I'm going to have fun.
saying goals is better than saying resolution because if you
Right.
say resolution, a New Year's resolution, you're sure to not do it.
You're resolved to do it, and you're not
You
going
know,
You're
to.
not going.
I've
to.
got to go. I've got to go after
What's
the
your goal?
scare. After the scare I had this week,
Uh-huh.
fucking with the doctor calling me and not telling me shit and stuff until the next day, that I am going to give up my cigarettes.
Oh,
Before
shit.
the-
We all
before the
stay
end of the
away
year.
from Joe.
Joe,
Oh shit! Now this is something I never thought I'd hear this guy say.
I have to do that
I've
myself.
known him for
I'll
20
be
years,
damned.
over
I'll
20
be
years.
damned. I'll be damned though if I'm going to give up the other thing.
Yeah, well,
No, I wouldn't expect him to
Because-
do that. But
Because
I have to
to
do that.
say you're going
my-
to give up cigarettes,
That's
can't
my
believe that.
appetite right there. But I have no.
I give
I basically have no choice because I don't want another scare coming out of my doctor like that.
yeah.
You know,
I don't blame
when
you.
it's coming
No,
comes to
that's
my
what I
lungs.
extremely
I have to do it
do.
because I promised my mom I would because my mom almost died this past summer. She had COPD and she was still smoking and she was in the hospital with a trach in her and everything. She
That's it.
she literally almost died
Man.
and she had to stop smoking. I said, "Listen, you stop smoking, I'll stop smoking." I don't know why that came out of my mouth,
Yeah.
but it did. So I still have to do that.
Well, I did it once when I was diagnosed, but I had no choice then. You know, the nurses were going to take me from the 6th floor of the hospital downstairs and outside so I could have a cigarette while I was getting treated for leukemia.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That wasn't going to happen, and there was no way I was strong enough to do it myself.
Right.
Mhm.
So basically, I ended up eating all kinds of weird shit. You know, everything from Andy's mints to getting people to deliver those Hostess orange cupcakes.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, I got some weird cravings when I quit, but you
You
know,
look up
this
tasty
time
cakes. They're better than.
I gotta live up to my word. You know, I keep telling everybody I'm a vampire. I'm gonna live forever. So
You think you're Lestat?
break and smoking. What's that, Mark? I heard that laugh.
What? Oh, you didn't hear
What?
anything.
We didn't
You
know
didn't
we had
hear
the
anything.
vampire Lestat here with us. You know.
Tom, I can actually.
I would rather be a lichen.
Well, if you think about it, I didn't get called that. I didn't name myself that. My brother called me that once, and I think he did.
Actually, guys, I
because
gotta go.
I eat my meat bloody rare.
Thanks for having me on with you.
Take care, Mark.
Happy New Year, Mark.
Later.
Happy New Year.
Bye bye.
Yeah. No, I'm glad I met all of you. Thanks.
Later, man. He
Well,
didn't mean he had to
Alright,
leave.
sweetheart.
He just had to go.
It's not too bad.
he does that.
I can actually relate to your mother in a way.
It's okay, sweetheart.
I had
But
a
you know,
dry throat because I had to have
No
a
big
dry
deal.
throat, and I had to live with that for 4 months.
If you hadn't have done it, I would.
Not fun.
No, it's not. It's
I wouldn't
She's
want
gonna
to
do it
do
all
that.
summer.
Yeah.
All summer she did it.
no. So
It
that's
is.
my goal is to try to cut down and quit before the end of the year.
Now she gained a lot of weight though. Yeah,
I mean,
I
that's what
figure either
happens.
way, it'll be more money in my pocket at almost $10 a pop just for the generics, almost.
yeah, it's the same here.
You know,
Joe, a little advice when you try to do that. My dad used to smoke 30 straight years. He was up to 2 packs a day at one point. He quit cold turkey, and the thing that helped him the most is that as soon as he stopped smoking cigarettes, he started chewing toothpicks, and he chewed toothpicks for 15 years.
Huh.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
yes, that ain't gonna work for me.
the oral
Well-
fixation is a factor.
Okay.
Joe, do you have heart issues?
Huh?
Do you have any heart issues?
Yeah, I take pills for it too.
Taper off. Do not go cold turkey. Taper off. My dad went cold turkey to prove a point. He died at work.
I have what's called what do they call that? Left bundle branch blockage or some shit like that.
Wow, that's a long
Go
name.
taper off because
So-
it's a shock to your body.
So I'm on like blood thinners and some other shit. It's all
Those
for my heart.
Thinners
though,
are no
including-
joke.
I think that's what the baby aspirin's for.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, it's a blood thinner. It's like a mild blood thinner, so it
But
helps.
there's like,
Yeah.
and then there's like Nortorvastatin and something else, and there's
I learned
three other
the hard
three other pills plus the thing, and I see a heart doctor 6 months to every year.
good. Talk
I
to
mean,
them.
you
That's the
figure
best way.
what I went through. You got to realize what I went through. Okay. Probably, well, it wasn't the first time there was an actual like shock to the body, because before that I got into a very serious car accident that the radio station and everybody had me dead, but I wasn't. It was somebody else in my car that was a passenger.
Oh wow.
I couldn't walk. I mean, my legs were I got thrown through the windshield.
Wow.
But here's the part. Somebody pulled over, they pulled over and stuff behind me, and the one person knew who I was, and she saw me, and this car was I can't remember the exact year, but it was a Plymouth Valeri, and it's kind of a boxy car, right? It was 4-door. I tore the back door off the hinges to get my daughter out, who was hanging upside down from her car seat.
Wow.
Because the car landed on the roof. It flipped ass end over front end. Yeah.
It's amazing what you'll do with
Brakes.
adrenaline in your kids.
Just got the
Superpowers.
car and the brakes failed. The emergency brake didn't work. And I was coming to an intersection and the woman did a complete stop to make a right-hand turn and she didn't have to. So I kind of took the ditch and it caused the car to flip.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I could, if I would have went into the oncoming traffic, I would have hit a semi head on. So I had no choice. It was like a 2-lane highway.
That would have been game over at there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And
So after surviving that, then that was in 91, and in 95 I got the leukemia, or 94 I got the leukemia.
Mm.
But in 95 I went through what's called total body eradication. And now what that is that's what prepares you for a bone marrow transplant.
Huh.
They literally kill all your blood cells in your body, including your bone marrow.
Is
Okay.
that through stem cell or?
No, this is back in 94. That stem cell wasn't even talked about back
Oh.
then. They sit you in a room in your underwear and they flood that room with radiation. Okay. Now they do this for, certain amount of time each day, multiple times until it's all killed off. You're basically dead. Okay. You get, how a snake peels its skin off?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could do that after that happened. I'd have a whole, and it'd come off just like a glove.
Wow.
Now,
Mm-mm.
think about and the skin was burned. So it was all dead skin coming off. That's what that is. That's why a snake sheds. It sheds its dead skin.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about being burned everywhere by radiation.
Wow.
No,
Oh,
no, thank you.
jeez.
No,
Exactly.
yeah,
Oh
no.
man.
And then the humiliation because you can't do it yourself. The nurse has to come in and rub lotion on it.
Mm-hmm.
And that may sound, okay, and fun, but that hurts even worse.
Oh yeah.
Because of the cold and, just the sheer weight of the lotion itself,
It's like 3rd-degree burn.
Yeah, very
it's
much.
worse. And it goes everywhere, because they don't want to miss killing off any of those, because what leukemia is your blood is attacking itself. So your body's making more white blood cells than what's allowed, and those white blood cells are attacking the red blood cells, the healthy,
Yeah.
because there's no virus to attack. It's a fucked up thing, but that's what it is.
So how long is that entire process from start to finish?
Well, I don't know. I was pretty much a miracle in a unique case, because when I was first diagnosed, they said I wasn't going to live to see Christmas that year. That was December 4th, 1995. They had to bring in a machine to clean my blood first before they could even do any chemo or radiation treatments.
So
But it wasn't over until roughly about June or July of 97, was somewhere around there when I had after I had the bone marrow transplant, it was over with. For that point, I was released from the hospital. I spent 2 years in the hospital with maybe a month break here and there if I was lucky.
See, and in 95, I would have been 20, and I'm going to be 49 this year, and you're still here.
Yeah.
Just to give a perspective on how much time.
But see, you're lucky right now because you got to live through your 20s.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I spent the good part of my age, aside from being a child, that's another story. My childhood was stolen from me too. But as far as my 20s and stuff, those 20s to early 30s, they all got stolen because I spent most of that time in the hospital and then recuperating. And the worst thing about that whole disease was when they kill you with a total body eradication, you end up on life support. And when you're also on life support and they're feeding you through those tubes and stuff like that, and you got the breathing apparatus, you're also on a morphine drip machine for the pain. Okay.
But you're still here now. And I'll tell you, you didn't miss much in the 20s because it's a lot of bullshit and drama. I will tell you. I mean, there's a lot of good times. Don't get me wrong, but there's.
I'm just saying, that's what opened my mind to the paranormal too, because during that whole thing, when I actually died in the ER before they actually were able to do anything about it, while they're trying to diagnose me, I had an out-of-body experience. And that was really weird,
Never had one. Wanted one.
Can you tell us that?
I don't want one. No, I'm good.
Well,
I'll listen to someone else.
I thought I thought I had pneumonia, so I got rushed to the ER, and by the time I got there, the next thing I know, they were doing the paddles, and they brought me back real quick the first time. But there was a time I was out for a while, and they were about to give up, and at that time it was like, you're kind of floating above. I could see and hear and everything. And I got as far as the waiting room because out there, and it's where my mom had like real major heart problems. Something bad would happen. Her heart would start racing real bad, and she'd start having this whatever, and they'd have to medicate her with a shot. And I knew all of this when I came to and heard everything. And it's like the first thing I did when they came to that time was asked, how was my mom? Is she okay? They're like, how you know about that? No. And I said, I saw her out there and heard what was going on. Because they called a cold flu on my mom out in the waiting room. So, but I ended up fighting, and what got me through it all was that will to live. See, I've got one thing that some people, bipolar manic depressive disorder. I've been that way most of my life. Okay. They wanted me to take those mental pills, Prozac and lithium. Doctors came to me and I shove them up their ass because I needed all the anger I could get. And at the time, my youngest was only 6 months old. So I held on to my kids for life. They were like my inspiration for living because they needed me to be around to protect them. And little did I know that it wasn't going to be too long after that, almost 9 years, because she didn't quite make it to 9. My youngest didn't quite make it to 9 when her mother passed away. So, and then I had to be around to fight her grandma to protect her. So
I was kind of in the same boat as you were, Joe. The night that I had my accident, the only thing, one of the very few things that was going through my mind when I was being taken to the hospital was, who's going to give my daughter a bath? Because the day that I had my accident was bath night. And I'm thinking, I'm going to be there to be able to give her a bath. And that was the
yeah, I missed that first Christmas, and I don't know where it is It's probably in this closet behind me because this place is kind of small, but I'm kind of an Elvis fan. I knew where, I was 10 years old when he died. And my mom played Elvis a lot, So my Aunt Barb, who worked for the hospital system, I was diagnosed December 4th. So, that year I wasn't going to be out of the hospital for Christmas.
Not fun at all.
Well, anyway, she bought a teddy bear. And if you squeezed it, it's a collector's item too. But if you squeezed it, it played Blue Christmas.
Oh,
Cute.
I guess from last night he showed us a bunch of teddy bears that he
Oh, jeez, the teddy
Oh
bears.
yeah.
I
Actually-
participated in that.
It might be out. It actually might be out in the. I got this curio cabinet thing that my mom gave me. It might be in that out there.
My God, Don, are you drinking a beer?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen that.
You have a couple times.
Mhm.
You can drink.
Well, if I did, then I
Open
must have
way.
had quite a few myself. Yeah.
Oh, really quick.
Yeah.
When we did that watch party for Five Nights at Freddy's, did we go beyond the credits when it started rolling, or did you stop it right then and
I
there?
think we kept going.
I think we did.
So.
Mhm.
So did you guys see the mid-credit scene then?
Yeah. I saw it.
Okay, because I just finished watching that movie on DVD today, and I saw that, and I don't remember seeing it that night.
Maybe you
It's
left.
definitely in the closet behind me. But
Yeah, so I couldn't remember if we kept watching that. The watch
Yeah, I
party
think
on.
you did.
Nick, you're still trying to show that thing?
Yeah.
Nick, what do you have for us?
So I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna zoom in on this real quick. Oh, thank you, Jeremy. That painting that Lauren was just saying, this is what she got me. This is a very special Christmas gift. Check it out.
oh my gosh.
Oh,
Look at that.
oh,
Christmas
this
corn.
goes into the corn.
Yeah.
Nick of the corn.
How cute.
Oh, it's your face.
You know,
Look at that.
you need to have a little bit of blood trickling down the side of your mouth.
Nick is showing us pornography.
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 Hi there, Blake.
So once
Yeah,
again,
you need
I
to
know
get back
Lauren's
on
been
here.
watching, so thank you very much, Lauren. This is really special. And
First time
just-
ever on
I am
Things
playing games
Network.
brain.
Pornography.
Pornography.
That's right. Pornographic.
On Cornhub.
There's a new term there.
Yep,
You
see,
know what?
Lauren said she
Actually-
called the painting Nick the Corn.
Jill, it's funny you should say Cornhub because that is actually a real thing. It's a real business. They
What?
have it here in the Philly area. There's a couple like places where they have like farms and stuff, and they do like these little I don't know, like craft fairs and stuff. And there was a truck that said Corn Hub. I said, "Oh my God." And I looked up, it sells like popcorn and stuff. I said, "That is the most creative thing I've ever seen in my life."
That's
I
I
would check it
love
out.
that.
that should be where I should be working then.
Corn Hub. Ding,
Corny neck.
ding, ding.
I see Kate's watching, which I know she was originally supposed to come on, but I know she's not feeling so good. So I
Yeah,
just want to
Kate.
give a quick shout out for her. Hope you feel better, Kate.
We love
Yeah.
you, Kate.
Get well.
She's getting a real education on American viruses here.
Yeah, she's got like a stomach. She's got.
Well,
a
she's
stomach-
got that. I have pink eye, so you
Oh,
know.
you got pink eye.
Yeah,
What?
man, look.
What the hell did you
Oh.
do to you? What have you been on, Tom? Is there something you haven't told us yet?
Yeah. So
Man.
earlier today, I gave Kate one of them "Welcome to America" things, and I don't think she quite caught on the sarcasm.
I talked about
just
it when we first started that I had pink eye, and so it's like, where did you come from? Where is your mom? You got pink eye, Tom.
Oh my goodness.
Can you do the dance though?
Oh man.
Just dance.
Oh,
So
hey guys,
That's smart you get.
I just looked
What's
up
up,
Cornhub.
Tom?
Yeah,
Cornhub?
I just looked up Cornhub. It said, like, the description of it says, feeling corny, hot, juicy, and steamy corn.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
I told you it's a real thing.
that is so terrible.
Do I dare
And
click
That
on
is
it?
a true.
The
That's what
font,
she said.
the font is exactly the same as Pornhub. It just says Pornhub.
Okay, just clicked on it. It is corn videos. Corn being left corn being boiled, and like corn seeds in a container. Okay, so that's corn videos. Corn stars. Really?
Is there, I mean, is there
Yeah,
like?
I-
Well, I gotta ask. Is there like? Is
20
there like?
things that are not meant to be seen.
I'm just gonna ask this. I mean, are they saying that there's like softcore and hardcore corn videos?
Hey, listen. You know,
Okay, guys.
it's all corny. You
Oh,
know?
no.
I'm gonna go
Yeah,
eat
yeah.
with the kid. So, any of you that doubted the redneck, let's see if we can do this.
Doubted the redneck? What?
If anybody doubted the redneck and Adrian,
That's as redneck
okay.
as it gets. Someday we'll have a cooking show, I promise. Yeah.
you can try it.
Are we going to see corn on this video?
No?
Probably.
If she's going to have corn in her video, you have to be involved, Nick.
No corn, no porn, no nothing that rhymes with it. No.
Every
Not all
time you
sponsored by
talk
corn.
about rednecks, though, I think of Jeff Foxworthy.
You might be a redneck.
I used to go around impersonating him before he was famous.
Oh, I'm
Well, I
worse
got-
than he is.
He got a cop's attention one day.
If you bring a beer to a job interview, you might be a redneck.
If you've ever had to haul a
Yeah,
can of
what's wrong
paint
with
to
that?
the top of water tower to defend your sister's honor.
You might be a
And
redneck.
here's the thing: there is not one
Oh, my
joke
God.
that Jeff Foxworthy came up with in that.
All right,
That
guys.
was not true.
If you're watching this on a
Oh.
TV that's on top of a larger non-working TV, you might be a redneck.
If the dog and your wallet are both on the chain.
You might be a redneck.
Oh man, I'll tell you what; those were so annoying back when I was in high school because
Here's your
a
sign.
lot of the guys they had the
That's
big,
illegal.
they had the big chains that hung down to their ankles.
Yeah, well, and they had the big puffy painter's pants too, and
Yes,
with that little loop on the side that they didn't even know what it was for. You know,
yeah, that
there you go. It's a redneck tour thing.
that
Yeah,
that would have been so much fun to see.
There's my ticket.
They call me Tater
Right there.
Salad.
And if you look, it's autographed.
Oh wow,
Nice.
Ron White was the funniest one. I'm sorry.
White, when he came here to Fort Wayne, that was so much fun.
He was the
Call
funniest.
me
of them.
Tater Tot.
Yeah. My
It's
son.
hot potato.
That was his son, Tater Tot. They call me Tater Salad.
Yeah.
Guys, I just found, by the way, I'm not surprised. I actually found, because I'm a huge, Don, I know he's a huge fan of this too. We're huge fans of Cards Against Humanity. And there actually is a card where it does say, if you like Blake, you might be a redneck.
Yeah. And I just love
No,
how
here's the thing: if you like Jaws 4, you might be a redneck.
I never watched.
If you like John Deere,
You might
Yep.
be a redneck, definitely.
and, yeah, well, in Cards Against Humanity, I just love Cards Against Humanity. It gives you like an opportunity to make fun of all sorts of things, including Donald Trump.
Oh,
well, they
Yeah.
got the blank
I'll
card
be
too
right
that you can
back.
fill in.
Yeah. Oh, and hey, if I wanted to wait till Nick gets back, but here, Nick, can you still hear me? I don't think that doesn't know.
He ran away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really,
Sit
really,
right here.
really quick. Since you brought him up, not him specifically, but the whole political thing. Next year is an election year, so it doesn't matter which side of the fence you're on. It is going to be a very interesting and a very scary election.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta stay away from that because people don't want to hear my opinion.
No,
Yeah.
they don't
Well-
want to. They don't want to hear anybody's opinion. No, I mean,
Yeah, well-
it's a half, and that's the thing that I've said to people when they do live feeds and stuff like that, and they wanting to talk about politics. I said, well, you're automatically cutting out half your audience if
Well,
you're giving
yeah.
your opinion.
Well, we pissed a lot of people off. I lost a best friend over it.
Yeah,
Well, kind
It's
of
stupid.
my friend. She was like my high school sweetheart. She was watching me from New Jersey.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
got pissed at that, and she saw me smoking pot. So I
you from
fuck
Jersey? I'm from Jersey.
Walk a mile in
What
my
do you-
shoes first before you judge me. You know.
The way
Oh,
the
People
way,
in Jersey should not
That's
judge
huge.
anybody. I'm just saying. I'm just
Right.
saying.
the way that
Because
I
you all
really
drive like
big
idiots here
bucks.
in Philly.
He's got it. He's got it.
Yeah.
I got one.
I got one
The
too.
way that I am
Small
with
one though.
politics is that everybody has your opinion. You have a right to your
The big
opinion.
black box.
I don't care what it is. Your opinion is yours. Mine is mine, and
Yeah.
I'm going to respect
Pretty
it.
much.
Even
And
if
you know
I-
what they say about opinions? Opinions are like assholes.
Assholes,
Everybody's got
everybody's
one, and they all stink.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, I just want to say, like, I hear that Donald Trump is not going to be running on this coming year, but if you need something to fall back on, I mean, giving his orange complexion, if he's willing to dye his hair green, I'm pretty sure there's openings at the chocolate factory.
He's going to be running. He's going to be running, I'm sure.
Well, he's got banned from 2 states so far.
No, he didn't get banned from Colorado. They actually overturned that.
Did they?
Yes, they
Wow.
did.
But I did hear that one state did vote to leave him off of the ballot.
But then it has to go to the Supreme Court, and
See,
it's
that's
not going
problem.
to pass the Supreme Court. So,
See, my
it's all a
problem
waste of
was, I was never a fan of his long before he ran for president the first time.
yeah, that whole you're
You know,
fired.
I mean, I won that trip to Vegas and it got spoiled because I'm in a beautiful hotel room in a nice expensive hotel, the Wind Hotel. It was practically brand new back there in 2010. But I looked out the room window. The first thing I saw was a fucking golden tower of his. And it blurred the mountains. If the sun hit it just right, you couldn't see the mountain line, the whole, the range of the whole mountains back there.
That's
You
why
had to have the tallest tower in the world.
And to answer Kate, you cannot have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I stay at the South
No.
Point.
He can't. He's disqualified because
He's not
a
born in this
national law.
country.
Yeah, and he's Austria or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's from Austria.
Yeah, come
I
on.
just want to shout out because Lauren.
Come
has to
on,
go.
tell me now. Get to the chopper.
Good to see
Come
you.
on.
Thanks for tuning in, Lauren. Happy New Year.
Put the cookie down.
So he did the best he could do as far as
I mean-
politics go.
Yeah, I mean, as far as him being shown as president in the Simpsons movie, that's about as close as he's gonna get.
Come on, I'm President
And see,
Schwarzenegger.
if what's his name came out, the people have talked about another high-profile person that was in government for a while. He was Minnesota's governor, the favorite one. Is Jesse the Body Ventura. People have talked about having him run, but the thing is, if you know anything about him right now, he's in hiding from our own government.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Yes,
I thought
president.
I heard about something saying that Dwayne wanted to run for president.
If you
He actually considered it, but then and ultimately he decided that wasn't the right thing to do right now. He understands that people do want him, but he is not in a position where he could be able to do it. But to be honest, I think it would be awesome having it because think about it. He comes out to do his State of the Union speech, and then he raises that little eyebrow.
All right, jabronis.
Yeah, he would tell all of the politicians inside that building, know your role and sit your candy ass down.
I
Well,
think you know what?
we'll
I
give you
think
the
we need to
people's
have-
elbow.
We need to have Rick
I'm listening to
Sanchez as the
I-
president.
I-
That would be better.
I'd like to see Judge Judy run for president. She would tell she would put
Is
everybody.
she still alive?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's
You know,
still no show.
I never even got to read this, by the way, because I didn't know if I should say this, but since we were kind of talking about this stuff, that Cards Against Humanity joke that I found of it, here's what the cards want, the choices were. If you like Republicans, God, teenage pregnancy, or Mike Pence, you might be a redneck.
You might be a redneck. Now we need Rick Sanchez as president.
Thanks,
man.
David.
That would be great.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, wubba lubba dub dub.
I don't even know.
Pickle
who that
Tom.
is.
You don't know Rick and Morty?
Rick and Morty. Pickle Rick.
Yeah.
Cartoon.
Hey, I'm Pickle Rick.
What you
I'm
started.
Pickle Rick.
Yeah, I don't watch
You see what you
that either.
started now? Now I'm going to start talking like Rick all the
Where we
time.
at?
We're not going to have a cartoon character run for president. It has
That would
got
be
to
awesome.
Michelangelo.
Rick would be
Well,
good.
listen, we have already had a cartoon character for president. His name was Ronald Reagan, and it
You
was
know-
back in the 80s.
I'll tell you something about one of those presidential elections. There, it was, who was it that was running at the time? Mondale and Ferraro or whatever. It
Oh,
was.
yeah.
Okay.
They were
All
against
right.
Reagan. I think,
All right.
weren't they? Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
Walter
they were
Mondale.
down at the Capitol building down in Madison, Wisconsin, doing their little campaigning and all of this and stuff. I went down there and I actually wore a T-shirt because I felt nobody was worth my vote. That said, "Vote for Elf for president," and it had a picture of that TV character Elf.
Alf.
Oh,
Elf.
I killed
Alien life form, Elf.
Here,
That's what it's
lucky.
good for.
Yeah.
Gordon Shumley or something like
that,
that.
was his name, Gordon Shumway. That was his name on his planet. But
Yeah.
here he was Alf.
Yeah,
Right.
that's right.
Ha! I kill me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We have the second coach from
I-
Waterboy run for president.
How about Walter from Jeff Dunham? Have him be president.
Yeah.
oh my
He
God.
did that once in one of his skits. He played Biden.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
yeah, he had a
Tom
Walter dressed,
Hanks. Why not Tom
I'll
Hanks?
have to. I'll
he
have
had
to-
Walter dressed up like Biden.
Come on. I'm the president.
Oh, so it's a more recent one. Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
we've gotten way off track here.
Yeah.
Nick, what is your goal for next year?
You know, I've actually been kind of questioning that even still for myself. I guess one of my biggest New Year's resolutions would probably have to be, and I'm not talking, of course, just trying to get out there more and investigate and go on these road trips. That's
I
not,
think that's my goal too.
well, in a way, yeah, that makes two of us. But aside from the paranormal stuff, I guess see, I just can't really think. Honestly, the only other thing I can really think of is proceed with my new company. I mean, audio company I have, Scary Stories Productions, and hopefully it could be a successful company.
Speaking of which, when are the new stories coming out, man?
Mhm.
I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I know I haven't given any updates. I'm still waiting for at least 7 participants. They still haven't. I got most of the story.
What is wrong with you people? Get on the ball. Come on. I did my job. I did it early.
Yeah, I know.
My
I know
book was
he
read-
did.
My story
I know
was
you
read.
did. Jeremy did. Don, Joe, I know you were part of it, but
In my part, wasn't I? I think I was your second person or your third person.
yeah, I think you were the second.
And I did a story called Boogers. Come on.
Oh
people.
my God.
I remember when Nick and I were on that little road trip with Scott and Tammy, and he was going through the list of the
Oh yeah.
titles, and there was one before Burgers, I think, and I said that's Scott. Scott's got to do that one, and then he came to Burgers, and Scott said, "No, that's the one I need to do."
Well, because
And
I was
did it.
what my goal was that I was going to try to create 2 new audiobook compilations because I wanted to do Nightmare Soup 3 Midnight Snack, and then we were going to
Ew.
start on like a secondary.
Boogers and Midnight Snack. Come on.
Well, the other one was going to be a very similar series. It was written by the same illustrators and author. It was this one was called The Nightmare Society, which Nightmare Society, unlike the Soup series, is more mature theme. Like it's ages 14 and
Oh.
plus. So I was reading both lists in the car when we were coming back home from Colorado. And I think that was whatever story it was. I think it was that one in Nightmare Society that Scott wanted, Jeremy.
That's right. It wasn't boogers. It was dildos. It was a different story altogether.
See, I actually remember I was test listening to Tom's recording of that he did for that story, Boogers. And I'll tell you right now, he did a great job, reading it, and recording it. But after what I heard, I'm like, that was great. A fantastic job he did. But as far as the story, all right, cool. That was disgusting.
Oh my God, it was. And I told Nick at the end, like I was so tempted to do my Rick Sanchez impression at the end, like, hey, listen, you all got to go to this really cool YouTube channel. It's I think it's called like This Is Tom's World, and you got to make sure you subscribe to it. And I didn't do all that. I just stopped the recording then. And
I don't even remember the title of the one that I did. I just know that mine was so blissfully short. Like
yeah, yours was. I still have the list.
I thought mine was going to be short, but it
I know.
bad.
I said before some of the stories were going to be longer than the first book was.
Yeah,
That-
the first one I did was shorter.
But I didn't realize that the one that I chose ended up being a poem. And I thought, oh, this is great.
It started
what's
off
funny,
with I
too,
once
like,
knew a man from Nantucket.
And what's funny is I told Jeremy this at one point. It was funny because the story that he chose was the last one. When he did the first book with us, he was the very first story. So he was first, he was last in this one. And I told Jeremy at some point, say, well, whenever we do another book compilation like this, you're going to have to choose the one in between all of them, right dead set in the center.
I'm not worried about that. That's in the middle. I just wanted to do the bookends.
That's what she said.
I'm not the book. I'm the bookend.
That's also what she said.
Yeah. Speaking of books, that's my one goal for next year. Find an agent. That's all I need. Just find an agent, and everything's going to go from there.
Jeremy, your story was the Golden Rule. That was your story.
Okay.
I would like to write a book at some point. My different adventures and stuff I've been on.
It would be called This Is Tom's World, the book.
It sure would.
There you go.
And then we'll get This Is Tom's World, the toilet paper, and This Is Tom's World, the flamethrower, and this. I'm sorry, I'm biting off of Spaceballs.
Okay. Yeah, This Is Tom's World, the beer.
That's right. This is Tom's Brew.
Your own beer brand.
This is Tom's Brew. That's it. Oh my God, I need to do that now.
Look at this. We just gave him some new New Year's resolutions.
I need to make This Is Tom's Brew.
No, well, it'll be Tom's World's Brew.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could do that. And then on the bottom of every label, it'll say youtube.com/This Is Tom's World.
You know what else? Not only just that, he also has to start making his own corn and pickle brands.
That's right. That's right.
Really quick, Kate, while you're here, I've got a story idea I need to run by you, and the reason I'm singling you out, Kate, is because it's going to be set in England, and it's actually something very different from what I was thinking last time. I just told Nick about this last night. I thought it was a really interesting idea. I told Adrian, she thought it was pretty cool. I'm going to run it by you too, Kate, because it's going to be, let's say, a spin off of a previous story.
Yep, there you go. She's all for it.
Yeah. So,
Britishness.
And since we're talking about Kate too, and I know I brought this up, Kate obviously was because when we were talking about my stories, that Kate was also one of the other participants for this
Really?
project. And oh my God, you guys, I don't even know how to describe it. It was incredible. I mean, I was literally like telling her, saying, have you seriously ever a career like in voice acting? Because you are really good at this.
You never
So
said that
was,
to me, man.
yeah, I mean, I basically said, I have to get her involved in more of these audiobook projects because she's really good at it. I mean, no, you guys are, everyone who's participated are great. I'm not singling you guys out, but hers was phenomenal.
It seems like people with an accent, male and female, particularly the British accent, are the best storytellers.
Well,
They are. They
From
really
my
are.
experience.
for the male voice, the depth matters too, and I know this because there's a friend of mine who I don't really talk to much anymore. Otis B. Dreads. He actually did the narration for one of my videos for me. The Byberry Friends Meeting House video, if you guys care to look. It was more like a documentary style video that I did. And man, he has got a voice like for audio. I mean, seriously. Like I said that to him constantly when we would talk. We'd sit there, we'd drink, even when he was drunk. Like he just sounded so. I don't know how to explain it. But I told him, he's like, yeah, everybody always says that and everything. I was like, and then finally one day I was like, dude, you need to do here's a script. Can you do this for me? I made your intro for your show. Can you at least do this for me in return? He said, yeah, sure, no problem. And he did it. And man, that video is awesome. And it's all due to him. Just his deep radio voice, you know? Like I don't know how to explain it. I don't have it.
I was gonna say, Tom, if you're drunk on one of these shows, you think you'll have the good recording voice then?
No, man. No.
There is an audio story that I do have that Tim Curry actually did, and he did a Stephen King short story, and I've only listened to the first 2 minutes of it, and those first 2 minutes are so captivating by the way that he did it. So I can't wait to listen to the whole story. But Kate, I sent you a message. I don't know if you got it yet. I can't believe we've been on this thing for an hour and a half. And I was telling Joe, I swore be damned we'd only be on for 60 minutes.
You said that last time. We were on for 2 hours.
And what did I say? What did I say after that?
I know what you said, Joe, and I'm like kicking myself in the ass. I only wanted to do 60 minutes. But when you get so many people on one show, it's hard to do 60 minutes with 7 people.
That's what she said.
Well, I know. Bake that 8. We had 8 at one point.
8 people.
Well, yeah.
Still.
See, my concern, and this is what happened with the Christmas shows, I'm concerned that right as we're about to end, somebody's going to show up at the very last second.
Wow.
It's possible. You never know.
Yeah,
it happens.
I'm hoping that doesn't happen.
Hopefully not. That's why I'm actually keeping an eye on it right now. So I've been watching it this entire time.
Well, let's put it this way. No new people will be admitted.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have to draw the line somewhere, damn it.
Well, if Greg Bakken is still watching, he said Happy New Year earlier, so I just wanted to shout out Happy New Year, and I hope he's feeling better. He wasn't on Myths and Mysteries last night, so he wasn't feeling well, but that's his new podcast.
Oh,
speaking of Greg, I was actually telling Mark about this before we started the show. I found out that Mark is a big Doctor Who fan. So I told him
boy,
he need to get with Greg because Greg is like the Doctor Who guru that I know, and with British television. So I think those two ought to get together at some point and talk about Doctor Who.
Definitely.
Yeah. He's in the Doctor Who and anime and
yeah, that's Greg. So okay.
He took an emulator thing back in the day when there was a file peer-to-peer sharing file sharing program called eMule or eDonkey. Okay. And you could get different files, like you could get totally unauthorized copies of Windows. Okay. With the key code, all works. But anyway, we were getting game emulators and the ROMs for them.
Yeah.
Okay, for all the old.
That's where Nesticle came from.
For all the video game systems that dated back to, you know, the Atari 2600. You know.
And
Well, he found something else recently, and he got himself a little tiny computer that was big enough to put it, and he's been building these machines. So all you have to do is hook it up to your big screen TV through the HDMI cable, and you've got just about any game you could think of.
Yep.
Oh wow, yeah, I've seen them do that.
Yeah.
You know, and he's got everything from Atari 2600 all the way up to the PS2, I think, or the PS3.
Oh.
There were some pretty cool games on the PS2. I will say that.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorites.
MDK was great. There was a couple of Evil Dead games on there.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
One of my
man. They were
favorites was on Master System, Sega Master System. It was the original Phantasy Star.
Oh,
that was like
Yeah.
a role-playing game.
Yeah.
And then,
Hey,
there was that Dreamcast shoot 'em one where it was zombies. It was House of the Dead or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
was actually an arcade game too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Oh, Tom. Yeah,
Yeah.
I totally agree. There were some good games on the PS2. Like a couple of my favorites are God of War and Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those were good too.
Oh yeah, I will tell you. Like there are also a few bad games on there. The worst one by far was Simpsons Skateboarding.
Oh well, yeah.
No, I couldn't play that after playing the Tony Hawk version of those. You know,
Yeah,
the Tony Hawks had those skateboarding games.
Yeah, Tony Hawk came after Skate or Die, which was
Yeah.
on the NES.
Yeah, I remember that one too. Skate or Die.
I was about to say, what was that?
Yeah. This will be quick.
Hell,
Hey,
Did somebody have a Smurf there? What the hell?
yeah. Doors unlocked.
that's higher than a Smurf.
All
Aw,
right.
so cute.
You like that? Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Papa
it's really
Snowball.
clear.
You know, I found that. I was going through looking for ringers. I found that, and the first thing that came out of my mouth is that it sounded like my granddaughter, one of my granddaughters,
Aw.
Adeline. I
That's
said,
so
that sounds just
cute.
like little Miss Adeline. I says, I got to have that on my phone. So it's been there ever since.
I thought there was like an actual kid in the room or something. It's
Mark-
so loud.
Mark has a special one. See, it'll. What was
He's
it?
not
Something about asshole. I got this thing, and it says it's got all these different sayings. My cousin put it together. It's like you are it goes through all these different things, but basically it's just saying that an asshole is calling.
That reminds me of those old keychains. Fuck you, fucking jerk. You're an asshole.
I remember those that were like those buttons. You know, remember the that was easy button? They released like
Oh God,
varieties.
It's still
I
funny
released-
today.
They released varieties that said those things.
Well, I'm gonna bail. I got company,
All right.
so
Okay.
have a good holiday.
Take
We'll
care.
see you
Joe.
next-
Happy New Year.
We'll see you next Saturday, Nick.
Yes.
Next year.
And if
Next
you're coming
year, yeah.
along, I'll see you next Saturday, Don, for the first time.
Oh, by the way, Nick, I forgot to tell you when you print off the questionnaire and all of that stuff, print off about 4 copies if you can.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll explain why later.
that's fine.
We might need extras.
I
Oh.
figured we probably will. So
Happy New Year, everybody.
Take care,
Happy
Joe.
New
Happy New Year.
Oh,
See you in 2024.
Yeah,
So
man.
with that, I think this would be a good time to go ahead and close out the show because I really don't want to hit 2 hours.
Well, you're only 20 minutes away.
I know.
I mean, I'm about to log off myself. I gotta go take care of a few things before the day's out.
You're a log off.
or log off,
All right.
sign off, leave studio, whatever. But, I just want to say before I go, I'm thinking about tomorrow, like having that watch party for Gojira, in preparation
You're
for
right.
next Fear Fans, because 70th anniversary of Godzilla. I figured that'd be a good one to start off with.
Well, I may not have anything else to do since I can't have the girlfriend here, so I'm gonna still have pink eye. So
Sit down, have the beer, and just watch it then.
Oh no, I will
What
be
about
having beer because
Sunday?
I don't work the next day after that. I work tomorrow and I'm having beers tonight. So
Oh.
I probably won't be able to do anything.
What about Sunday? Is Sunday?
Sunday's New Year's
Bad.
Eve.
That's New Year's
yeah,
Eve.
I will definitely be getting drunk on New Year's Eve.
What about Monday?
Of course,
Monday's
you
fine.
would.
I'm taking off Tuesday. So
That's New Year's Day. Ain't nobody going to be awake for that.
Yeah, and you know
Well,
what,
Yeah,
At
what about
night.
Tom? You know what you're gonna have to do for New Year's? You're gonna have to do a special New Year's edition of This Is Tom's World while you're drunk.
no,
So
no,
welcome
no,
2024.
no.
But even Tom knows that's a bad idea.
My subscribers will not see me
You know-
drunk. They have seen me almost drunk a couple of times, but they will not see me drunk. No.
Tom, here's some advice: if you drink beer on New Year's and you film it as This Is Tom's World, you might be a redneck.
I might be. Listen, I actually on St. Patrick's Day, we had a thing here real quick. We had a thing here like around the corner from my house, and the year before Stephanie was the one that got drunk. This year I was the one that got drunk, and this was the year I decided to try to film something for This Is Tom's World. There, I totally deleted everything. I was like with my gimbal in hand, and everything. Look, my sisters are here. This is Tom's sister, and blah blah. I just deleted everything. It was bad.
And you don't have it anymore.
Nope, gone.
Ah.
Can't do anything with it. I did that on purpose. I deleted it and emptied the recycle bin. Gone.
Got rid of the negatives.
Yep, all gone.
Sometimes that's the best thing to do, Tom.
It definitely was for that video. Let me tell you. You could hear the slur in my voice like crazy.
Oh,
That
man.
I
was
never
hilarious.
sounded more Irish in my life.
Adam is to the best of us, Boyle.
It sure does.
I
I
tried
can't believe it.
impression a couple years ago. It did not go well.
Oh man.
Sometimes that happens. What can you do?
Nice.
Happens to all of us, Boyle. Sorry, I was just going over. Yeah, I was.
All right, so let's go ahead and call it for the night. Before Nick's lights give anybody a seizure.
Cillian Murphy.
You know what? Here, will this have an even greater effect, Jeremy?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm blinded.
Real
Caesar.
quick,
There we go.
Cillian Murphy, he did that movie Oppenheimer, and I watched that not too long ago, and that was a phenomenal movie.
Yes.
It was so
Heisenberg.
good, so well done. I highly recommend that movie Oppenheimer.
Heisenberg.
Yeah. So anyway, so I'm gonna close out for 2023, 13th Dimension.
That's it.
Sunday night. Gonna be a fun night for a lot of people, I'm sure.
yeah.
It will be for me.
Will be.
You can tell by the look on Tom's face.
He's looking forward to it. He's looking to cause trouble.
I'm gonna go out in the world, man.
So for everybody out there in the audience, thank you for playing along. For all of you guys, thank you for being on the show. It's been very interesting. Be one of the very good. No, I am not going down that route. So yeah, thank you guys for being on the show tonight. It's been a lot of fun. And you're planning on doing Godzilla on Tuesday for Fear Fans?
Yes, I am. So I'm thinking maybe Monday would be our best bet as far as doing a watch party for us.
Monday night.
Yeah, I'm saying if it works for everybody else.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I'll be there.
Might as well.
All right, cool. It's settled. I'll set
For
up the
Godzilla
page.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I'll set up the page,
Cool.
the studio, whatever. Yeah. All
Page
right.
Studio, same thing.
Sure.
Okay, and this will also, for the time being, be the last show of the 13th Dimension until probably March. I may do a show sometime next month. I haven't decided yet. But as of right now, I'm leaning towards nothing until March for this particular show. Take a little break there.
I gotta ask real quick, Jeremy. I mean, when you do start it up again, I mean, have you still been talking with Tim, Crystal, and Scott? You know, hopefully if they're coming back then, or
I don't know. We haven't really had a chance to talk about that because after that show, that was when the holiday season really got busy. So we
yeah.
hadn't had a chance to really talk about anything. So as of right now, no. But we did talk for about an hour and a half after the show, and we were just reminiscing about how much fun we had and how much fun we had that night, and that we do want to do it again.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
So the timing just has to be right for everybody.
Right.
So, okay, so until, well, we're 2 days away from the new year, so until next year,
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
it's going to
Happy New
be
Year.
it's going to be an interesting year, that's for sure. So everybody be safe out there on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. And the light fixture that Don is holding up.
I know.
Be safe out there. Be responsible. And
No.
enjoy yourself. Have a good night, everybody.
Happy
See you
New
in
Year.
Happy New
Good night.
Year.